I want to finish the puzzle. I really have to finish it. いい加減に。Hi guys, it'sみっちゃん. Welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing? It's already 2 months into 2024, but what have you guys done so far? I'm really curious. What did you do? What have you done? Me? Not much. Actually, not a lot. And I don't like the fact that I haven't done much. But I have to blame myself for that because I haven't set New Year's resolution or any sort of goal for this year. And without a goal, people get lost. I'm lost. And so today, I'm going to sit down and write down my goals for this year. You can call them goals, New Year's resolutions, things I want to do, things I want to achieve. If you already made a list of what to do this year, great. Enjoy the rest of the video. But if you haven't made an actual list of what you want to do this year, this video is for you, so let's do it today, right now. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you may have already thought about what to do, what you want to do this year. And I've thought about things I want to do this year too, like places I want to go, things I want to achieve, my goals. But they're all still up in here. It's still a mental note. And I believe that while an idea is still up in your mind, it's likely to not happen. I think it's really important that you make it visible in some way. Like you can physically write it down with a pen or you can type it out on your laptop. Either way, I think it's really important that you make it visible so that you have something to come back to in the future. So yeah, let's get into it. Where to make your list. If you like physically writing on a notebook, then you could do that. If making a list on your computer is your thing, then you could do that as well. So I use this web tool called Notion where I manage my content ideas, track progress, and I also have a to-do list on it. So I use it for work, but I have my reading list, my wish list. So I have my personal stuff up there. So a lot of my ideas are stored in Notion, and I like to keep my ideas in one place. For me, I am going to make a list on Notion today. So this is what it looks like. This is my page. Don't you love this cover photo? It's so cute. I found it on Pinterest and I'm so in love. I can't get over it. Anyway, it's pretty simple. I like to keep things simple. Simple is the best, you know? So let's go to goals. I did make a page for goals, yet I don't have any entry. So I made a table for goals. I'll fill this out later. Let's just make a list using bullet points for now. My goals for 2024. So for today, we're just gonna make a list, like an easy, simple, bullet pointed list. And if you really wanna make them happen, it's really important that you take a look at each goal of yours and think of when you wanna get them done by and come up with a concrete plan. Like what steps you're taking, how it's actually gonna happen. Otherwise, it's just gonna be an item on a list. And you don't want that. I'm not gonna get that deep into my list today, but I'll make a list and so you can maybe make a list with me today. Do the rest in your free time later. I'm just gonna do a simple personal life and then work. Let's start with personal life. All right, so the first thing that comes up to my mind is to get a six-pack. Get a six-pack. I don't just want it, I wanna keep it. So, and maintain. Next, I would like to read a book every month. I want to finish the puzzle. I have a puzzle that I'm working on and I really have to finish it. いい加減に. I want to get a driver's license. Now what else do I want to do? I want to take a trip to Spain. So let's go to work next. So this YouTube, social media content I'm working on, I consider this as work. I do have other stuff going on too. Let's see. I definitely want more consistency in my upload frequency. So upload long form videos on YouTube. And I want to reach 100k subs. Yay! So 100k is 100,000. K represents 1,000, so 3 zeros. So in English, when you have a big number, you often use K, M's for million. Especially for subscribers numbers, but also for prices. And then subs is short for subscribers. And then, I want to start podcast. And I also want to be more productive. I guess this will do. Some of these are like one-time thing, like once I finish the puzzle, it's done, I can check it off. But others, more of a habit. I want to get a six-pack and then I want to make it a habit, make it a routine for me to keep working out. So I'm going to have to keep that in mind and come up with concrete plans accordingly. So for those of you who have a hard time coming up with like a goal or things to do for this year, I have a great feature for you. I mean, not that I have it, but Notion has a great feature for you. It uses a modern technology. It's a feature for this generation. Basically, you put a slash and then AI. Yeah, so we're going to be relying on AI. It's a great tool. You can choose any of these and AI will help you out. But I'm going to go with Ask AI to Write. So obviously this is all in English right now, but you can go to settings and change it to Japanese. Help me come up with goals for this year. Let's go. AI is writing. Oh, look! Oh, this is so fascinating. AI just copied my style, personal life and work. Like, look at this. Like earlier when I tried, they didn't show this personal life and work areas. So that is so funny. Start a new hobby or craft. Yeah, if you don't have a hobby right now, this is something you can do. Okay, so this is so interesting. AI made a list based off what I wrote previously. This AI knows what I do for work. Kind of. They're giving me a similar things, something I can relate to more rather than just like random ideas. But yeah, if you're out of ideas, then you can ask AI for help. Speaking of Notion and being more productive, Notion actually recently launched a standalone Notion calendar app/service, which could help you up your productivity. You can use it as a regular calendar tool, or you can connect it to your Notion page if you're already using Notion. So here's how you use it. So you can open the app on your laptop, or you can jump from your Notion page. So if you use Notion regularly already, I suggest you might as well get the calendar, because all your tasks, projects, all the entries that you have in Notion with dates in them, like they'll all show up on calendar automatically. I have some projects like vlog videos going on, so they are shown here. So far you can link this calendar to Google Calendar, Google Meet, Zoom, and other services. So if you're currently using any of these services, you can use all of them together productively in the best way that suits your work style. With Notion Calendar, you can check your schedule for the day from the menu bar at a glance. I like to see everything in one place, so I like this feature, which helps me picture my whole day. Okay, so my second favorite feature on Notion Calendar is this. You can join a meeting directly from this menu bar. Isn't this amazing and super easy? So you don't have to go check your email or line to access the Zoom link or even open an entry. I hate having to go through my emails and look for the link. Sometimes that made me late to the meetings and that was very unprofessional of me. So love this. This is so easy and efficient. Now you can also add a different time zone. So right here I have my main Tokyo time because I live in Tokyo. And so I'm gonna add one right here. So I have a lot of friends, family, and business partners in LA, so I definitely need LA time. So okay, it's right here, LA, Los Angeles, and I'm gonna label it, meaning I'm gonna name it as LA. Done. Look, LA is next to Tokyo. Now, my absolute favorite feature on Notion Calendar is this. You can easily share your availability with other people. One of my least favorite things to do at work is sharing my availability with others, whether it's setting up a meeting with my colleagues or an appointment with clients. First I have to look into my open slots and then type in the date, the day of the week, the time, AM or PM, and especially if you're working in an international team or working on a global project and you have to think about time differences, it's such a pain because you also have to calculate the time difference, right? I've misspelled these figures and basically got in trouble, but let's be honest, I don't think I'm alone in this. But if you use this feature, it's so easy and accurate. All you need to do is click share availability and you choose a couple open slots, maybe like 3. So I've got 3 slots. So now all of these 3 slots, they're marked. So you know when you look at your calendar that you have something during these times. This will prevent you from double booking. So right now if you look at this, it says 30 minutes. So this entry is asking for 30 minutes out of any of these slots. But you can change it to 1 hour, 15 minutes, or duration of hold. I'm gonna go with 1 hour. So now look at this paragraph. Okay, it says, would 1 hour at any of these times, all in Tokyo time, work for you? You can just let me know or confirm here. What? Did they just create a whole text for me? Yes! So here's a copy that's been copied to your clipboard, and you can paste this on your email, group chat, line, whatever. And then another thing is, when you set your availability, all these times are shown in Tokyo time. But if you change this right here to LA, notice how the times changed? I don't have to calculate the time difference and rewrite the times. They'll just do it for you. It's super 100% accurate, easy, efficient. This will make you more productive. It's my absolute favorite feature. But like I said, Notion Calendar syncs with Google Calendar. Once you connect them, all your entries in Google Calendar will show up on Notion Calendar. So let's say you've been already using Google Calendar for personal matters and you decided to use Notion Calendar for work. Using Notion Calendar, you can manage all your schedule, personal life, and work in one app. So if you're interested, I'll put a link in the description so you can download Notion Calendar for free. Alright, so now I'd like to go a little deep into my goals that I just set up for this year. Not too deep, but let me just explain. Now, before I do that, I just got comfortable because my back was killing me. So starting with personal life, getting a six-pack and maintaining it. So six-pack is a defined toned abs when you have 6 packs. I don't think I've ever had a 6-pack, like an actual 6-pack. I've had a slight vertical line that you could barely see, like depending on the lighting, but I think that's it. I actually gain muscles pretty easily, but then I lose them pretty easily, so it doesn't really mean anything. But like I work out for a day or two and then I start seeing slight lines, and then I'm satisfied and I stop working out, and then they go away, and it's been a pattern. So I want to change it. Like I actually want a really defined, maybe just like a vertical line would be fine actually. It doesn't have to be like an actual 6-pack, but I have to set my goals high, you know? But I don't just want it. I want to maintain it for the rest of my life. I have to make it into a habit, whether that means going to the gym or working out at home. So sometimes I go to the gym. I'm trying to work out from home too. Like I have those empty dumbbells that you fill with water and make it heavy so I can use them. I have 2 yoga mats, which I don't need. I just need 1, but and like a lot of those simple workouts you can do from home. You don't even need equipment, you know? I'm gonna try to work out at least 3 times a week. I don't think once or twice a week would do anything to my body. I think at least 3 times, then I'll maybe start seeing changes in a couple of weeks. Second, read a book every month. I love reading. Reading a book is such a great way, if not the best way, to gain knowledge, information, learn kanji, vocabulary. It just broadens your world. If you really want to learn a language, you should definitely read books in that language. Even if it takes time, use a dictionary, you know? But the thing is, I can't control myself when I start reading a book and I get into it. Like, I become so obsessed with it and I get in my zone like this. Like, I won't be able to see anything else or hear anyone. And that's got me in trouble before when I was a kid. So one time when I was in elementary school, probably like in 4th grade or 5th grade, I was reading this book and I got so hooked on it. Like, whenever I read it, I was too much in my zone that I couldn't hear my mom's dinner announcement. And back then, I loved eating. Like, that's all I cared. I loved eating so much. Like, I would rush to the dinner table when the dinner is ready. But like, I was in a living room on a couch and my mom's right there, the dinner table's right there. And she'll be like, okay, dinner's ready, come to the table, kids. I can't hear her. Like, I'm just reading like this. And like, I guess she got frustrated. Of course she would. I got banned from reading books for a while. Not for a while, for a little bit of time. A very short period. And don't get me wrong, my mom is an advocate for reading books. She would always encourage us me and my sisters, to read more books. I think the lesson my mom wanted me to learn was to control myself, even when I'm reading books. Like getting into your zone when reading a book isn't a bad thing. It's a beautiful thing. But yeah, so I love reading, but when I'm busy with work, when I have things to do, when I have projects going on and stuff, I abandon those commitments and just keep reading. And I don't like that. So then I started not reading as much, and then now I don't read at all actually. As much as I want to get back into the habit of reading, but with more control. So I'm gonna start with one book a month. Like I'm encouraging myself to start reading, but also I'm limiting myself to only read one book so that I won't go too crazy. So far this year though, I've been doing good. January, I read Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. It was a fun read. I got inspired to go see the play, and I did, and it was amazing. I loved it. I actually finished the book in a day or two. For February, I started reading this book called Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. He's one of the co-founders of Nike, the brand. So far, all I got is the fact that he decided to come to Japan. So his journey hasn't begun yet. It's a thick book, but I'm gonna try to finish it before the month ends so that I can start a new book for March. Next, I have finished the puzzle. I've been working on this absolutely beautiful 2,500-piece jigsaw puzzle for months. It's a stunning painting of dolphins and a sunset by Christian Lassen, one of my favorite artists. Each piece is like the size of a 1-yen coin, so you really need time and concentration to put all the pieces together. But I enjoy this so much. I love doing puzzles and I love dolphins. It's already looking pretty and I can't wait to hang this up on the wall. Maybe right above this couch I'm sitting. Next, get a driver's license. So I don't have a Japanese driver's license. I do have an American license, and I tried to convert it into a Japanese one, but I failed twice. If you have a foreign driver's license, you can go through this conversion process, which is a much cheaper way to obtain one. It's so expensive in Japan. For the conversion test, the whole process it only costs like a couple thousand yen. Failed twice. Kuranku and SG is where I got stuck. I thought I had to go through those areas as fast as I could. You could go so slow. Like you're actually supposed to go slow and be careful, right? But I didn't. Like no one told me that. I went over the curb both times and instant fail. I'm not a bad driver, I promise. Anyway, so that was like a couple years ago when I was still in college. I was giving up on the idea of getting a Japanese license. This year, I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna get a license for the sake of getting a license. Not because I want to actively drive in Japan. I think this world would be a much safer place if I don't drive, if I don't go on the street. Just because I'm so used to driving in the US, if I start driving in Japan, like everything is on the opposite side. Don't get me wrong, I love driving. I actually love driving in the US. Okay, take a trip to Spain. Why Spain? I've always wanted to go to Spain. So apparently this surprises people. I've never been to Europe, and I would love to travel to Europe. I want to expand my world. Geographically, my world is small. Like I only know one side of this world. Okay, so picture this. Picture Japan in the middle. You have a map in front of you. The most west I've gone is Taiwan, and then the most east is New York. I don't know the other side of the world. Not that I know everything about like this side of the world, but I've been to the US many times. But there's just so much more to see on the other side of the world too. I want to visit Europe, I want to visit Africa, other Asian countries too. I want to see more countries, more cultures, meet people, eat authentic food. I know there's just so much more to see in the world, and I want to start with Spain. One of the reasons is because I've learned Spanish in high school and in college. Even though the Spanish I learned was more of a Latino Spanish, I learned Spanish from Mexican people, and I love Mexican Spanish. And I know the Spanish is different in Spain, but still I'd still be able to communicate a little bit, right? I've heard great stuff about Spain. I've seen beautiful pictures of Spain. I imagine it's a very warm, hot, cheerful, and energetic, and just a fun place to visit. And I'll definitely visit other places, like other countries too, in that one trip, because flying from Japan over there, it's not gonna be cheap. When you live in Japan, if you want to see Europe, you have to make multiple trips to see many cultures, visit many places, because there's just so much over there. Okay, now moving on to work. area. I upload long form videos on YouTube once a week. Yeah, so right now I'm being inconsistent. I post at random time, but I want to give you more videos. Like there's a reason why you subscribed on my channel. The reason is you probably want to see more videos of mine, and I want to give you that, and I will. So I'm making a promise, and I'm gonna try. And 100k subs. Right now I have about 70k subscribers. I'm really close. When I do YouTube, I'm not obsessed about my subscriber numbers. Like numbers isn't all I care right now, but my wish is to spread the idea of how fun it is to learn English, to use English, to get to know more cultures outside Japan. And for more people to notice my channel, I have to keep growing my channel so that I can reach more people. So to achieve this, I'll keep growing my channel. But yeah, 100k I think is a good number to start with. Gonna be pretty exciting. Okay, start podcast. I already have a podcast channel and I posted stuff, but I also want to be consistent in posting episodes on podcast, and I want to make it easier to listen to. I want to make it maybe like 5 to 10 minute long, and I want to talk about like random stuff, daily stuff, all in English, so that maybe you can pick up new phrases out of my monologue. Yeah, my podcast is available on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Amazon Music. Go check it out and then be more productive. I want to be good at time management. Something that I've changed doing recently is changing the format of my to-do list. So I make to-do list every day, but for the longest time, I've been just making a bullet pointed list. There's the priorities, due dates, everything was there on the same list, and not a lot was getting done every day. So I started dividing them into areas like work, personal, health, and stuff like that, and then set due dates, and then changed up the order according to my priorities, how urgent they were, and I think it's getting better little by little. So that was my list of goals this year. Overall, what I have to work on is creating a routine in my everyday life. I think having a routine could help you become healthy, both mentally and physically. And I think it'll definitely make you more productive and efficient. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Did any of you make a list with me? What did you guys come up with? Let me know in the comment what your goals are for this year. It could be one, it could be many. So let me know, I'm curious. Maybe I'll make like a midterm video in a couple months where I let you guys know my progress on my goals. Again, you can download Notion calendar from the link in my description for free. So go check it out if you're interested. I also made my official Line account, so you can add me from the QR code or the link in my description. I'll be making announcements of my YouTube upload and just other news that I want to share with you guys. I won't be annoying, I promise. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching till the end. Hope you enjoyed, hope it was helpful. Let's make 2024 a fun, productive, and a fruitful year together. I'm so excited to see what this year has in store for us all. Alright, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!